Well, I completely forgot that this was a thing, that I do a podcast. I completely forgot what day it was. This should not surprise anyone. I completely forgot. I didn't know what day it was. I wasn't aware it was Tuesday. I just thought it was the day after Christmas, where I kind of worked half a day, where I go in and dick around because nobody else came to work, but I came to work because I wanted just to, work a few hours, right? Uh, Getting ready for bed, kind of winding down. Then I realize, oh shit, it's Tuesday. Granted, you're listening to this, it's not a Tuesday. But when I record on Tuesday. So, sorry. I'm just kind of here. I think this is going to be one of those placeholder episodes. If you're a sober person, hope you're staying sober. If you're not a sober person, hope you're staying sane. This is still Sober with John Raven, by the way, but you read that on the episode, how you got here, unless you somehow ended up here from some kind of autoplay situation with your app. And if that's the case, all right. It's going to be a short one, but I do want to. We are in the position where it is in between Christmas and New Year's. So New Year's Eve and New Year's Day will occur before you hear the next episode. Right? Yes. Okay. So here's the deal for newly sober people, because you're going, uh-oh, New Year's, what do I do? Well, I don't know what kind of alcoholic or drug addict you are or were when you were active, when you were on active duty. I don't know what kind you were, but when I was drinking, I actually didn't like New Year's that much. It felt too much kind of like St. Patrick's Day. It was for tourists. Professional drinkers, as I thought I was, we, we like to avoid those. Like, I always liked New Year's Day was a better day to drink because nobody was out. We could just be, it'd be just the regulars. So New Year's has never really been a problem for me. But what I can say, is find a place. Hopefully there's I'm sure your 12-step group is doing something. They're like, there's AA groups tend to have activities around key holidays that are problematic, if I could use that word, for some people. So I would definitely check in your community for anything going on. Check out with just check out what your friends are doing. The ones that don't get wasted on events. But I just wouldn't, once again, like I reiterate from last week, I wouldn't isolate yourself. That's for sure. I wouldn't go. Here's something that I wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't recommend going to, or you could do the thing where you go to a New Year's. What I did for a New Year's Eve party is I showed up late and then left early. It's what we did last year. We went to a house party kind of a thing. Got there about 11, hung out, did the drop, the Happy New Year, the kiss, and then we left. It was kind of make an appearance. I like the show up early, leave early kind of scenario personally, because they remember that you showed up and helped out, and then you leave without telling anybody goodbye. That's always the. Is that the one that I like, or do I like to show up late because people will remember you coming in like, oh man, yeah, John made it, and then you leave without telling anybody? I think that was the one. I don't know. Yeah, because if you show up early, then you have to help set up. It doesn't matter. Leave early is what I'm saying. Also, if somebody tells you that it'll be fine, you should come on by. We're gonna have mocktails. This should not be something that encourages you. A mocktail is not a good idea. I do not like near beer or mocktails. Non-alcoholic beers are dumb because they taste awful. They don't quell your desire to, be social. It's I don't know, if a non-alcoholic beer would work for somebody who only drinks beer when they're social and they only have a couple and they never get drunk because that's just not who they are. They are actually people who could drink non-alcoholic beers. That's the only people that it's made for. I mean, that's not what it's made for, but it's the only people who can appreciate them. Outside of that, you're just, I don't know, man. It's like edging yourself. You know what I mean? It's like you're just kind of, you might as well be masturbating with an oven mitt. Like, it's just, what are we doing? There's no reason to do it. And then mocktails are absolutely horrific. They taste just dreadful. No reason whatsoever. Because cocktails are designed to taste a certain way, and with all the different flavors that go with whatever liquor is in them. But when you take that liquor out, all you're left with is a bunch of sugar and whatever random shit is put into a drink. And that's dreadful, typically. Especially if it's a cocktail being made by somebody who's trying to be creative. I know I've seen where they're like, yeah, but this is a CBD cocktail. Okay, great. So you've added CBD to nasty ass shit. Wonderful. I've yet to taste a cocktail that tastes great, especially since I'm like, do you have a cocktail that, can I get a non-alcoholic Jack and Coke? They don't make those. You know what it's called? It's called a Coke. So I'll have a Coke then. Yeah, they don't make non-alcoholic old fashions. I'm sure they do, and they don't taste like old fashions. Quit trying to mimic the thing that you don't want to, that you're not doing anymore. Let it go. It's a mentality thing. You know what I mean? You can't cosplay your alcoholism and be cool with it. That's what it is. You can't LARP drug abuse while sober. Let it go. Find something new. That's my advice. That's what I would say. Stay away from them. Go home early. Get some sleep. Be the only, be part of the few well-rested people on New Year's Day. Anyway, short and sweet this week. We'll get back to it. I'll get back to it next week. I actually have something prepared, and I'll ramble even more. All right. Later.